do 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 do.
Welcome to our show. Welcome to our show. Welcome to our show. Welcome to our show. Welcome to our show.
Hey guys, it's Mariah. I don't know how the audio is, but I'm just trying to look at some different sites and what's it called? Extensions to see which one works best for what I'm trying to do. So what I want to do for you guys is a gameplay of one online game I love to play called Howrse. Now, my account got deleted actually this year because of 6 to 8 months of inactivity, so that's why that is there. So basically, Howrse is this game where you can look around, take care of your horses, complete objectives, search for friends in the community, horses you need to find. You can trade horses, items, or money even. Well, types of currency. You can have an equestrian center, which I did have last time, along with over 75 other horses, but that's all gone now. So we're going to start from the beginning. So I did start this a little while ago because I thought this would be my smaller account that I usually have. I like to have 2 horse accounts, one where I can have like less going on, smaller amount of horses, more money, and no equestrian center. Just a pretty chill breeding farm. And the other one where I really get into the game, multiple horses, an equestrian center, lots of money, try to be in the leaderboards and stuff like that. But apparently you can only have one account now, which I didn't know. So I wouldn't have started this without you guys if I would have known that. So let's get started. Enough of me talking. So the first horse I got from the, what's it called? Yes, the tutorial, the game tutorial in the direct sales was this horse. She didn't look like this at first. I am pretty sure her name was originally Mother Hen. I don't know. So I renamed her. Her name is Liliana, and you'll see worker and trainer after the horses' names. I don't think it's that like labeling and stuff. I don't like it when people like name their horses after numbers and things like that to show their skills. I want them to have like good names and good personalities. But what I put there is to remind me that she will be doing missions and lessons and things like that rather than competitions and being entered into the Grand Prix. Because of her genetic potential, it is at a total of 6,169. I usually don't enter horses with a genetic potential below 10,000 into competitions because the odds of them winning are very low and I don't want to risk that. So if you see a horse with the label worker, it means their genetic potential is below 10,000 and they just have a different job than the trainers, which would be the horses that enter competitions instead of doing lessons and things like that. So she has given birth to 2 foals so far, and I have no idea how she did this, but she actually gave birth to twins, even though I didn't really give her any black market items other than this golden apple, which has nothing to do with foaling and fertility in this game. The golden apple is actually what made her look like this. Originally, Liliana is an Arabian horse. She originally looked like this, and she was a dapple gray. So she was a gray horse with white blotches. And I gave her the golden apple so that she could have a newer coat and she could look like this. And that has nothing to do with how many children she has or their skills or gender. So I have no idea how she gave birth to twins. Maybe that's an update in the game. Like I said, I haven't played in a while, so some things have changed since then. The next horse we have is Silver Stream. She is also a worker. Look at that genetic potential. Obviously, the default horses you get in the game are not going to have that great of a genetic potential because that's just not how games work. So whenever I'm here, they will be workers. The first 10 horses will be workers because they're not meant for competitions. And as you can see, we can see the history here, the equestrian center they've been entered to. I'll talk more about that later when we actually have to put a horse in an equestrian center. You can take care of them. As you can see, I have already taken care of all of these horses and put them to bed because I did not know that I could not set up more than one account on horse. But Silverstream is actually immortal. She has been equipped with the Philosopher's Stone, which makes her immortal, and she is not affected by age. These are very expensive. All black market items are expensive in general because of the passes. As you can see, the passes are hard to get. Don't mind the fact that I'm poor right now, but we're working on it. But yeah, so she's immortal. She was the daughter of Jaya. I think that's how you pronounce it. Jaya was the default mare they gave us at the beginning of the game to get us started. She has a twin brother who was originally named Dappleheart, I think. He is also a worker. Obviously, they're twins. They look exactly the same. They have the exact same genetic potential and skill set. Well, they used to, until I aged her up with the aging points, which will age your horse up 2 months. So his original name was Dappleheart, but the reason why I changed it is because if you name a horse Junior Croesus, they could become a Junior Croesus divine horse, which would make you ultimately richer in the game. So I'm trying that out for a change, and I'll get more into divines later too. There's so much to uncover with this game. It's just a wonderful game, apart from the fact that they kick you out if you haven't played in 6 months or whatever. But I guess you can't have, no good players. The players that don't play the game. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't want to buy a horse from someone and they haven't even played in the past 2 months. You'll never get that horse if you try to message them. Anyways, moving on. Sorry if I get distracted. I just talk about one topic and then just branch off into others. I need to stay focused. So, what's her name? Yes, Liliana. Liliana gave birth to twins twice in a row, which is nice. Actually, no, she didn't. Gaia gave birth to the default horses I had at the beginning. I bought Liliana from the market, and I bred her with a male horse with a genetic potential of at least 13,000, I believe. And she gave birth to these 2 male twins. One of them is Edmonton. Yes, I'm naming multiple of these horses after Canadian cities. But yeah, one of them is Edmonton. He is a Canadian horse. He is 2 months old at the moment. And he has a genetic potential of 9,914 and almost a half. So I was originally thinking that I should make him a worker, but he actually might have a chance at winning a competition because of how close his GP is to 10,000. So I'm going to try training him and entering him into competitions. along with his twin brother. And if that doesn't work, they're going to just have to be workers, and I can buy a better horse from the market to enter into competitions. He is currently not boarded in an equestrian center because he lives with his mother. And that's all for Edmonton for now. And I originally named his brother Toronto because Canadian cities. I'm going to name another horse Toronto later once I get one. But I renamed him Junior Croasis to keep my odds up of one of them becoming a Junior Croasis Divine. So I was thinking every other horse, if I want to, I could name them Junior Croasis to increase my chances. Same genetic potential as his brother, because they are twins, and he also lives with his mother in an equestrian center, so I don't have to pay for that until he is 6 months old. He's also a Canadian horse. Now, this is a horse that I bought from the market a while ago. Actually, today afternoon, I bought Astra from the market for a fairly good price for a horse with this genetic potential. And she's a purebred Marwari, which is astonishing. I don't know why no one else tried to bid for this horse, but at the moment I only had 2,000 equus, so I'm thankful that nobody else did. But she's a wonderful horse. Beautiful coat color, pretty, not rare breed, but also not very common. Genetic potential, amazing. Like, look at that. She has some potential. I was thinking I could get her so that I could enter her into competitions and not be a poor farmer. Okay, and then now I believe this will bring us back to Liliana. So we're going to go back to the breeding farm so I can show you one more horse. Now, like I've said many times before, I am poor. So I had to buy this horse from the auction with a wonderful GP. But instead of entering, pretty sure it's a girl, right? Yeah, entering her into a competition or keeping her and training her, I was thinking I could buy her for a little bit of money. It was around 1,500 equus. So I got her for that much, and I'm selling her now for 6,000. I know that's a $5,000 stretch, but she's a really good horse, and I need money, so I'm gonna miss her. Gave her an apple to know that she's still loved, but yeah, we need money here. We're poor, and the only way to do that is to do stuff with horses. I got a message from my mailbox, and that's pretty much all I have to show you guys right now. I'll have to do another day when the horses are actually awake and I can actually interact with them to do more and unlock some achievements. So I am trying to open up an equestrian center because that will make me lose a lot of money, but I might be able to gain a lot from that too. Opening an equestrian center where people can board their horses and things like that, and going to direct sales. And the Grand Prix, I never really entered the Grand Prix because you need really good horses to do that, but I might do it eventually. And reserve sales, of course. You get the horse immediately, no auctions, everything's nice and smooth, but things are usually more on the expensive side in the reserved sales. So currently, I need to complete 13 more objectives to be able to open an equestrian center, or I could pay 80 passes, which I do not have at the moment. So we're limited to just having to do the objectives. So today I cannot do anything. I do not have 50 droppings to sell. Last time I checked, I'm pretty sure I had 6. I can't make a covering offer because I don't have any adult male horses. And I could send a horse riding for 3 hours in the forest. But I usually do that with the juvenile horses to get their skills up, and the adult horses usually are the ones making money. And the foals just play. So I will do all of these eventually, but not at the moment. And I'll have to bring you guys along with me to the Great Challenge, which ends in March. It ends in 2 days, actually. I was kind of late on the Great Challenge, but I'll bring you guys along there just to show you what's happening. And this video is going on 15 minutes. So I think it's time for me to go. And thank you guys for watching. Bye.
Hey everybody, it's Little Lay here. Make sure to like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you can figure out when we are going